In this video, I'm going to explain how to tell the time in Spanish. First, I'll explain how to ask what time it is and how to answer that question. And then I'll explain in detail how telling the time in Spanish works. The question to ask in Spanish is ¿Qué hora es? Now your answer can start in two ways, or with son las, or with es la. And that depends on the hour that follows. If you start with 1 hour, you say es la una. And with 2 or more hours, you say son las dos, son las tres, son las siete. Now why the feminine articles la and las? Because it's all about hours, and the word for hour is hora, and that's a feminine noun. Okay, how does it work? Here you see a clock divided in two parts. Now let's start with the English way of telling time. If the big hand of the clock is in the right half of the clock, we say past. It's 1:15, it's 2:30. And if the big hand is in the left half, we say 2. It's 20:05, it's 10:05. Now the Spanish way of telling time does not differ that much from the English one, except they say and or y instead of past, and minus or menos instead of 2. This means that instead of working towards a new hour in the left half of the clock, the Spanish start at the new hour and then they subtract the minutes afterwards by using the word minus. Now this may sound complicated, but it isn't. You will see this as the video progresses. We have the Spanish clock. Every 5 minutes I've put the Spanish name next to the clock. So 5, 10, cuarto, that's a quarter, 20, 25, media for half, and then again 25, 20, cuarto, 10, 5 en punto. And here we go. Son las 10. Son las 10 y 5. Son las 10 y 10. Son las 10 y cuarto. Son las 10 y 20. Son las 10 y 25. Son las 10 y media. Son las 11 menos 25. And here they name the hour to come, and then they subtract the 25 minutes that are actually too many. And the same goes for the next few clocks. Son las 11 menos 20. Son las 11 menos cuarto. Son las 11 menos 10. Son las 11 menos 5. Son las 11. And here you could also say son las 11 en punto. That means that it's exactly 11 o'clock. And don't forget, for 1 o'clock we say es la una. To indicate which part of the day it concerns, you add de la plus the part of the day in question. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning, son las 7 de la mañana. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, son las 4 de la tarde. And it's 11 o'clock in the evening, son las 11 de la noche. If you want to indicate that something starts at a certain time, or that you have an appointment at a certain time, you add a before the time. So, we'll meet tomorrow at 8. Nos vemos mañana a las 8. So now you know how to ask the time in Spanish and how to answer that question.